L'Haim.
Yeah, they're the ones that's gonna fund my PlayStation 5.
That's right.
Yeah, that joint gonna be like $600.
You think so?
700 at the most.
I'm saying
600 for the one with the disc. The
I'm
one with the
saying
disc is
5.
one with the disc is 600. The one without the disc is 5.
I'm saying 5.
I'm doing
Very easy.
$699.
I'm
$699 for which one?
Maybe
You know
one
what?
for like $650.
Oh, why are we
another
saying
one.
this and not recording? Turn
It
the
is
thing.
recording. It's recording.
Oh, okay.
550. 550.
I still didn't. Okay. Well, hey everybody. Welcome to another episode of Everybody Gets One. I did not know we were recording. Oh, I'm not even looking at my camera. Hey everybody.
It's weird now,
welcome to
isn't it?
another spectacular episode of Everybody Gets One. PlayStation 5 was just finally announced after about a year and a half of cock teasing us.
Yep.
First with a logo.
Yep.
Which Rio thought was a good move to just show us a logo because he is our resident PlayStation fanboy, right? You thought that was a good idea a year and a half ago to show us the number 5?
I will co-sign that. Yes.
Showing us just the number 5. Okay. So Rio says that was a great idea. All right. And then what was it, like 6 months later? They decided to give us a spec sheet rundown.
Yep.
And again, Rio says that was a good idea. They did that for an hour. It was a spec sheet rundown.
Yep.
It was a good idea.
Yeah.
Rio don't know how. Rio would not stop. He gonna fanboy till he die. Why don't you just switch your cameras to Sony? If you love Sony so much, you might as well shoot Sony.
You know what? When my big Sony logo comes in neon light and I put it on the back wall back there, it's gonna be illuminating.
Are you gonna switch to Sony cameras as well?
I already have. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Sony.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, actually, yes. That is my plan, actually.
Hey, yo, he a fanboy till he die.
If you realize the walls in his little man cave is PlayStation.
It's
blue.
PlayStation colors.
It's PlayStation Blue. So
he ain't never gonna stop. But anyway.
Hold on.
Oh God.
He about to show us something else.
I know. The
You
controller.
see this? All right. I need some light on it. Am I getting any light? There we go. Y'all can kind of see.
Your colors are a little bit off.
You know what?
So you have dishonored Sony.
Look.
You dishonored them.
This man doing blue on blue.
Dishonor.
Okay,
enough looking at this because this is an audio podcast. Enough of looking at it. But anyway, of course, Rio loved it. We already know.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Let me explain to you why.
Okay. He's ready to go.
I'm excited. Let's go, baby.
All right. We already know Rio loved it.
So you remembered everything that they did.
Yeah.
And we all sat around and watched the presentation today.
Yeah.
And there's already memes coming out about it all over Twitter, all over Facebook.
But that's normal. That's for every single console that has ever released. So
not really. Not necessarily.
What console hasn't gotten a meme in some form or fashion?
If it's whack, no, it's not just getting a meme. It's the amount of memes and how quickly they're produced.
Yeah, that's the internet. That's how the internet works.
Right, exactly. That's the whole point of a meme. But if nobody's watching your shit, then nobody cares.
Okay, so hold on. Hold on, Rio. Do you know what you just said?
If nobody's hating on your shit, then nobody cares.
So does anyone? Hold on. Remember, hold on. You have to be very careful with your words. I will tie you up in court.
All right, tie me up.
Did you? Hold on. Are you saying that the memes mean people care?
Yes.
All right, you're sticking with that.
Yes.
Remember, you hate Xbox. So when they meme Xbox, does that mean people care?
Yes.
So you're admitting people care about Xbox?
Yes, of course. But you gotta
This is awkward. I can't believe you just said that.
But you gotta understand. See, you're only looking at surface level. What I said is how quickly the memes come, and the amount of memes.
Yeah, they come out the
same
same
amount
day.
of memes that are created.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So are you following? Like,
I'm
if
following.
If it's just some whack shit, you're gonna get a meme here and there. You're gonna get one, here, there, whatever. You're gonna get a joke here, there, whatever. And then it's gonna fall to the wayside. Nobody's gonna give a crap.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're coming and they're coming quick, that means people are watching it and people were paying attention.
Yo, there's already a whole bunch of memes already.
What are you saying this to say?
Exactly. See, what did Sam just say? Because
that's the internet.
Everybody was watching it, whether they liked it or they hated it, whether they were with it or they were against it. They needed to have something, so therefore they had to watch it. So Sony's winning regardless.
So are you describing the internet?
Is good media.
So he's basically saying that all the bad memes, all the bad publicity is being good publicity for them.
And that's the other thing too. Not every meme, even if it's funny, doesn't mean that they're hating on it or it's bad. It's just somebody making fun of it.
The internet is filled with haters.
And
that's
putting
all the
it
internet
with
knows how to
something
do
that they
is
think is
hate.
amusing.
By the way, I like this gray background. I think I'm going to stick with this theme. This joint look crispy right now.
That joint does look crispy.
I think I'm gonna start buying more gray shirts and
no, you blend into it.
Ooh.
You gotta use a contrasting
I
color.
like, but look though, it make my skin all nice and brown and chocolatey. Black power. Here we go.
God.
But anyway, back
meanwhile,
to
I'm
the
sitting over here in shadow like Batman. Your favorite.
Oh yeah, the person you hate.
Yes. I had a huge argument with my buddy about Batman the other day, but that's not what we're here for. So therefore, like I was saying, you remember everything that Sony did leading up to this presentation today. Everybody was fucking watching this shit. That was masterful. That was masterful marketing. Masterful. Like you said, they cock teased you.
To the very end.
Rio is like the king. Yo, you need to work for Sony.
I do.
You are a literal Sony fanboy. I've never met a true Sony fanboy for real until I met Rio. Like, this is real. This is like love. He don't care what they do. They can set the building on fire and he will say it is genius. He's like, yo, that is perfect marketing. They blew their own building up. You're watching.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be?
Seriously?
Wouldn't it?
But anyway, okay. But for real though, how did everyone like the presentation? I have mixed feelings about the presentation. I liked it. I like certain parts. Y'all already know I like the ending. I loved the ending because I finally got to see the console I wanted to see. Finally, after all this time. I'll just start off then. The things I did like, showing some Sony exclusives. The things I didn't like is all the third-party games or the games that they kind of wouldn't tell you if they're third-party or first-party. That was kind of awkward to me. And starting off your presentation with a third-party game, that was kind of awkward for me. I'm like, yo, you gotta be Sony hardcore to the core. I don't want to see nothing that has to do with anything. I don't even care if I like the game. I don't want to see nothing that has to do with anybody else's franchise or anything. If it ain't your franchise, don't show me in the beginning of your presentation. But other than that, I think it was a solid presentation. Anybody else?
Okay. To bounce off of your gripes with it, I thought it could have been stronger. I agree with you. I missed the Miles Morales reveal, so I had to go back and watch that. I was surprised that they would show something that big that early on in the presentation, but I guess that was kind of for pacing purposes to basically keep people in there, because if they kept showing third party, people would be like, I'm not watching this anymore. They're not even showing me the stuff that I want to see.
Yeah.
So they kind of just sprinkled like their heavy hitters in there. Regardless, I would have probably flip-flopped the Miles reveal with the Horizon reveal. I think they could have put that earlier in the presentation because Horizon's an older game than the Spider-Man PS4 game, those are both heavy hitters for the console. They kind of dropped Sackboy in the middle. That was, a good move. But I think from me being a Sony fanboy and seeing how they've been doing their marketing for their consoles, the reason that I think they ran so many third-party titles, which you can tell the difference between third-party and first-party titles anyway. I don't think they really needed to like hold your hand and tell you that. You could look at how
I would suggest, because sadly, I would advise against that, because sadly, remember they tried both companies. What was it? Was that the 360 generation, or was it early Xbox One, early PlayStation 4 generation, when they tried to do the time exclusives? What was that? That was 360 and PS3, right? Or was that
probably?
Yeah, doing stuff PS3 like that, when they tried to sneak that in, say exclusive when it really wasn't exclusive.
Right.
I don't like when they do stuff like that. Like, at least this time they kind of just kept it quiet. I'm not saying nothing. You figure it out, which that's kind of it's not misleading because I didn't tell you, but I would say in a quote unquote moral sense, I know no company has morals, but in a moral sense, that ain't right.
They're still doing that.
Yeah, I know they're still doing it, but
they just did it with Modern Warfare. There's co-op missions in Modern Warfare that are on PS4 that aren't on Xbox.
No, they're there.
You know, that's just, well, if they're there now, then PS4 probably had them first. Because
that was last gen. That was last gen.
Fact that there were that was with this one that just came out. There was stuff that PS4 got that Xbox didn't get originally.
Oh well, I don't play nothing but
multiplayer.
I don't play anything else.
Right. So yeah, most like you said, most people wouldn't even notice unless, like you said, you were looking for it, because they're not going to tell you that.
Yeah, nobody cares.
But as far as the third-party stuff, Sony, they've been real heavy with supporting like third-party developers, like for the entire PlayStation 4 console run. And I want to say like towards the middle of the end of like the PS3, but the PS3 was a really hard console to develop for, which was another part of its downfall. But yeah, I think that's a smart move. You know, they're catering to the smaller companies that are just trying to get started, so that way they can turn into Naughty Dogs, you know, and turn into, you know, maybe Respawn Entertainments and, you know, companies that started like in a warehouse that are now like huge. You know, Respawn Entertainment just made the Star Wars game, which is now owned by Disney. So, I mean, that's money to get, you know, that kind of IP.
Yeah, I mean, I also think that they're also trying to get all these small companies is because, like, if you realize that some of the indie games, they're getting like mad awards, so they want to bring those people into that company and to like absorb that success.
Yeah, because nobody's really making AAA games anymore like that. Like, if you don't have a established franchise, they don't. It's like, I noticed let's go back to Nintendo, Sega, those days, right? You had to build something. That was the war zone back in the day. Like, you had to build your franchise. So you came out there swinging hardcore.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like some of these franchises are so old, they just like, all right, it's either, you know, it's like arrogance. It's like, all right, well, we made it to here, so we're going to just do whatever. Like, a part of me, like I was telling Rio earlier, like a part of me wants the console wars to really come back, because to me, this is a signal that the console wars, they're dying. It's not. It's going to end soon, eventually. Like, we're probably going to be grown ass adults. Well, we are grown ass adults. We're probably going to be old ass men by the time it's over. But a part of me wants the wars to come back so I can get better games and more exclusive titles to certain consoles.
Right. So, like what you're saying, Alex, with that, I feel like big developers like EA, Activision, they absorb like these other developers, and they have them create games for them, and they basically throw money into them, and they just use these other companies to create a franchise for them. And I call those companies like they're the bad boy, like Diddy. How Diddy would take artists, and then he'd have them make like an album, and then he'd shit that artist out and be like, "Well, thanks for the album. I don't need you anymore."
That's fucked up.
Whatever happened to, and then you'd be like, "Whatever happened to this artist?" And that's how it kind of is with the with the video games now. It's like, whatever happened to this studio that was making this game, and how come there's no sequels to it? You know, or how come, like, for example, you know, back to Modern Warfare, whatever happened to in the original Infinity Ward? Well, they turned into Respawn Entertainment.
Yeah,
and
because
then
they got a
replaced,
shitty deal.
Yeah, they replaced the original Infinity Ward with like some leftover people from Treyarch, and then Treyarch and Infinity Ward were both making Call of Duty games and shitting them out every year. Call
Which
of
was
Duty
trash.
Modern Warfare, Black Ops, Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 2. You know, it was just, they were just stacking them on top of each other, and it was trash on trash on trash.
That's another thing I hate. Like, I don't like games coming out so fast. Take your time. I would rather wait for the game, and I always go back to this developer every single time I talk about this. Rockstar. They don't care if you want this game to come out now. You gonna wait. They don't care. They move at their own pace. They don't worry about nothing. They're not spitting games out. They might be, for me, they might be my favorite third-party developer because of the way they work. Because I know when a Rockstar game comes out, even if it's not the greatest Rockstar game, it's better than a lot of the trash that's coming out now.
True.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
straight up.
Absolutely. Yep.
But leading up to the start of the reveal, some of the games, they started off with GTA 5.
Yeah, an expansion pack.
Yeah.
And letting you know that you'll get it on the new console when you upgrade. You'll get it for free pretty much, which it's my game. I better get my game for free.
Yeah, Rockstar's been giving a lot of free DLC, though. That game is amazing.
Oh, no,
Like,
the DLC ain't free. The game,
The
like,
game.
if you already own GTA 5, you're going to get what you have, your GTA 5, on your PlayStation 5. That's what they're saying.
Okay. Gotcha.
You're not going to get that new expansion because they show some new stuff. You ain't getting that. you getting your game, and then you can buy the expansion.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be backwards compatible anyway, so I don't know what the...
That's another thing. Like I said, these consoles are the consoles we already own with a steroid injection.
Yes,
That's
I agree.
literally what they are. Like, and I kind of didn't want that. I wanted a fresh start. I wanted something new, but it's not really possible with the law of diminishing return. The you can only go from bad to good, from good to great, from great to greater. Like, the difference between great and greater is going to be like,
Right.
like what do you want me to do? You want me to be greater than being great? Like, that's the same. Michael Jordan, be better than you were. It's not possible. He's Michael Jordan. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, to be exact.
So after the whole reveal of GTA 5, they went on to reveal Spider-Man
Exclusives.
Miles Morales. So Rio, you've played the game. I've played the game. Do you think the next game is a good way to like pass the torch to Miles Morales? Like, how do you think the game would start off? Because we know that in the comic books, Peter Parker died.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not going to happen. If that happened, Sam, I would be so surprised. It would be like the shocker when Thor cut Thanos' head off in the very beginning of Endgame.
Yeah. So,
I was in the movie, I was in the movie theater like, wait a minute, what?
Oh yeah, that shocked the shit out of me when I saw that. I was like, this is a Disney movie. Did they just chop some nigga head off?
yeah. So my thing with Spider-Man Miles Morales, like, they could start off in like a whole bunch of different ways, but I know at the end of the game of the first one, Miles pretty much asked Peter to teach him how to be like Spider-Man. Teach him the ropes.
Right.
So I could only assume that there's going to be like a time skip, and Peter has already taught Miles how to, be like Spider-Man, be like his own Spider-Man. And then the other way they could start it off is like he's already done the training, and somehow Peter got captured or whatever. So now he has to try to find a way to.
Oh yeah, they'll never kill Peter Parker for real.
Yeah.
For real, they're never gonna do that.
That's the only. But I mean, what are your thoughts on like how they should start it off, or?
Yeah, that could make sense. Because you know what, I watched the trailer like 3 or 4 times, to try and get a really good feel for it. One, it looks like he gets a haircut in the game. I noticed that his hair is short. His hair is short in the one for PS4, but it looks like it's cut even shorter now.
He's black. He's Dominican. You gotta get your hair cut. What you mean?
Yeah. It looks like they're gonna have different weather in this one because at one point it looks like it's winter time. When he's walking down the street with like a fur coat.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether there's going to be so much of a time skip. That of course there'll probably be a bit of a time skip, but yeah, what you're saying about somehow they're going to have to take Peter off the board, so that way you don't have two Spider-Men swinging around New York.
Yeah.
Because if you're just swinging around as Miles and you never run into Peter, that wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense. So yeah, possibly Peter
gets captured.
Gets captured, or like he's not in New York for whatever reason. Because remember,
he's on vacation.
At the end of the first game,
they teased about Harry.
MJ leaves, and Harry supposedly is in London or whatever, somewhere in Europe.
Oh, well, they could easily.
But that's not true, because you find that out. Harry is actually in New York, and he's got the Venom symbiote like attached to him.
Yep.
So yeah, it's kind of weird. But anyway, my real thoughts on it are: I feel like this one has been in development since they finished the one for PS4, because Miles' power set is very different than Peter's, right?
Yep.
So
he's pretty much the Metal Gear version of Spider-Man.
Right. So there's got to be something there with that. So the mechanics of the game are going to be different. So it's going to be similar to Spider-Man PS4, but it's got to be different enough that it doesn't feel like an expansion pack. But at the same
that's what I was thinking.
But at the same time, they've also got to be developing the sequel to Peter's story, because I don't think they're going to have Miles fighting Venom or Green Goblin. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of pieces still left to Peter's story, and I don't think it would be right to let Miles finish those pieces.
Yeah, so like in the first one, how they released, I think, was it 3 or 4 different other expansions to it? They might do the same thing with this one. So we start off with only like Peter probably passed the baton to Miles, and then we start with his own, standalone story. And then at the end of it, they do some type of like teaser to like the next expansion. And then, originally, like when this game released, they're probably going to let us know the timeline for the other expansions. So Peter Parker's story is probably going to be part of that expansion. So, we have to wait and see what's going to happen.
Yeah. I just don't want Miles' story to take over where Peter's story left off. I feel like that would be kind of counterproductive.
Question for you, Rio. So since you watched the trailer like 15 million times, what does this look like to you? Does it look like an expansion, or like to the game you already have, like you just download it on top of it, or is this going to be its own disc? Because I'm not sure, because they just called it Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I don't know. The graphics look really good.
Yeah, I would pray it's its own disc and its own separate thing.
Yeah.
And not just a add-on, because that would be kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Because like why would you like don't tack him on and just make him, hey, you're a side piece to the Spider-Man PS4 game.
Yeah.
Like give him his own game. Like
right.
I think they would have to make it a standalone. It makes more sense to make it a standalone.
Because it'll be bullshit if that shit is because you can actually do that with Infamous. Parts of Infamous they got things stacked on top of it, like with someone else's story. You're not actually playing as the guy. I forgot who you were playing as. It was something stupid.
Are you talking about Second Son?
Second Son? Did Second Son have a it had
his own disc.
No, Second Son had his own disc. I'm talking about there was an expansion to it.
The girl.
And like it was its own story. But I'm like, I don't want that, what they did there. I don't want that to happen to Miles Morales.
Right. I agree. I think he definitely should deserve. I mean, he deserves his own game. And it would be smart, like, for the developer, because now you're basically carrying two franchises, because Peter can have 3 games and Miles can have 3 games. So you've got 6 games that you're developing over the lifespan of the PS5. Well, 5. Well, maybe, I don't know. They'd probably be able to do 4 games during the lifespan of the PS5, and then PS6 would be like the third version.
I don't even want to talk about PS6. Let's not do that. Don't
All right,
bring up a 6.
so what do you guys think about
No.
Resident Evil? Resident Evil Village.
Resident Evil Werewolves.
I ain't playing that shit. It's Resident Evil. I'm not playing that.
I mean, are we certain that he's a werewolf?
Yeah. You didn't see that? Nigga turned
he's
into a
definitely
werewolf. Like, Real was on point with that. He literally said, oh, yeah, this is a werewolf game. He was like, nah. Then literally a second later, they showed this nigga turn into a werewolf. Like, literally like a second later. Like, that was perfect timing.
I watch a lot of horror movies, so
I'm not playing Resident Evil. Y'all already know I'm not playing that shit.
I'm
a chicken shit. I'm not playing that.
Now, Sam, I really don't like these new, like, first-person Resident Evil games. I am
that
more
makes
of
it
a
scarier.
fanboy. Yeah, look,
First person? Why would you want to be embodied by the person? I was scared when I was playing in third person. First person, when this Biohazard one came out, I said, hell no, I don't want to be first person in this shit. That makes it worse. Motherfuckers bouncing in your face. No.
So what y'all think about Chris showing up? Like he basically reminded me of like seeing Ben Affleck like all dieseled up as Batman.
Oh yeah. His old ass.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're aging the characters. That's good. But I don't really know how to feel about that.
I honestly don't care about the original characters because in the new game, there was no original characters in there. It was its own thing. So, and it was still Resident Evil. So it doesn't really matter. You could take the franchise somewhere else. It doesn't have to have Chris Redfield in it to be Resident Evil. It just needs to be a survival horror game. You got to stay true to it.
Resident Evil became trash after Resident Evil 4. I'm going to just put it out there.
I hear that a lot. I didn't play any of them. So, well, except for 5. And that was more of a, like, an adventure.
Yeah, it was action
horror game. Yeah, it was more like adventure. I felt like that was like playing Tomb Raider or something.
Yes.
Which one was 4 again?
The one with Leon. Leon, yeah, the guy with the emo bangs.
When Leon comes back and he's a badass, he like works for the CIA or some shit like that. Okay. But so it goes Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Code Veronica, and then Resident Evil 4. After Resident Evil 4, they just went off the fucking rails.
You didn't say it right. Resident Evil. You have to say that every single time you say a number.
Yes.
All right.
I'm not
say a
doing
number.
I mean, based on all the other games that they like revealed, like, what are your top 3s that you would get, like, right away?
Oh, I'm willing to buy the console just to play Spider-Man Miles. Okay, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna hold off as long as I possibly can because
You can't hold off.
I'm trying not to buy this thing until like summer next year.
Why are you lying, Rio?
I'm telling. I'm serious.
You about to stand in line day one.
I'm gonna try my hardest not to.
Yes, you are. I can already tell. It's in your blood.
It's in your blood.
So you bleed blue.
He's probably gonna wait for them to release a pro version.
That is no.
Speaking of which,
they better not do that bullshit. I'm gonna be pissed off. No, man. If they do that, man, I'm done. After this console generation, I'm done. If they do that, I'm pissed off. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing it. That's
Alex
annoying.
Start building PCs.
Exactly. I'm like dead ass serious, and I will download all the PlayStation and Xbox titles right there. I'm just hit that download button. I need to pro my thing. I'll buy a Vega GPU and I'll stick it inside my fucking PC. Fuck you. You're not getting my money again.
So, Rhea, what other games besides Miles Morales?
Horizon. And I don't play the Sackboy games. I know those are popular. A lot of people
I love them on my PS3. Yeah.
I've got one for my PS Vita that
me
I
too.
played
Yeah,
a
Little Big
little
Planet.
bit.
Yeah.
What was the the Legend of Zelda?
Oh yeah, that little Legend of Zelda looking
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
me and you on par with that little Legend of
Damn,
Zelda
what was
looking
that
like.
called?
It's not Stray. Shoot, I should have wrote it down.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that that Sony's actually going for that. That they're going for
What?
the throat like that on Nintendo. So Nintendo's going.
Well,
to
they're not going to win. They're not going to win up against the Legend of Zelda.
No, they're absolutely not.
Yeah, they're not going to win. But I like the way it looks. Like it's a modern day like adventure game. Is that guy homeless or something? This man got a knapsack on. He ain't got nowhere to stay. He was out in the rain, just absorbing that rain.
I don't know. Man.
He looked like just a homeless man on the street.
It looked like a fun game.
Yes.
Yeah. Which ones are you going to get, Sam?
Definitely Spider-Man, of course.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm definitely going to get the Hitman.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's if it comes out during release day. We got to make sure it comes out release day too.
Yeah.
I don't think they put
that's January, I think.
Okay. Well, that counts.
I think Hitman's January 2021.
Yeah, that's within launch window because I think ain't this coming out the end of the year?
They're probably launching it December, December timeframe.
My third one would have to be I gotta look up more information about it, but Project Athea.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what that is. They didn't put a PlayStation logo, but they didn't not put a PlayStation logo. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, speaking of that reminds me. So this is for you, Alex. So how do you feel about?
Hold on, I ain't say which ones I was gonna get.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's right.
Damn.
It's like
okay, you already know I like platformers, so I'm getting Ratchet and Clank. That's number one for me. I'm getting homeless Zelda.
Yep.
And I gotta play Spider-Man first before I get Miles Morales. So let me not even put that in there. Probably Ghostwire Tokyo, that little anime looking.
Oh, Psycho Mob looking joint.
Yeah, that joint. Probably that. Just for the hell of it.
Yeah,
so
that was kind of.
It's just like anime. It's just anime.
It's by Japan Studios. It's
so it's anime.
Yeah, it's anime.
It's anime. There's nothing else to say. They over there doing hand symbols and blasting people all over the place and riding around Japan. That's all it is. It's anime.
Yeah.
That's it.
Straight up.
That's all I would get. But what were you about to say, Ria? How I feel about what now?
PlayStation Studios and them having games available for PC.
I think that's for financially, that's smart. If you want people to just buy PlayStation 5s, that's not smart. Because now you just gave me an out. Like, I'm going to just wait for you to bring out whatever you're going to bring out to PlayStation Studios. Because what's to say? What if they feel like, okay, we made this first-party franchise game and it's not doing as well as we thought it would do on console, right? The smartest thing to do is just to port it over to PlayStation Studios, right? Then you just gave it to Joe Smo, who just says, fuck it, I'm not buying both consoles or I'm not buying any consoles. Every Windows machine has the Xbox app on it. I can literally right now just start downloading Xbox games right now. And now you gave me PlayStation Studios, I could just hit the download button again. So it's a win for us, for the customers. I guess it's a win for Sony too, because it's like, if shit hits the fan and they're like, all right, well, we ain't making consoles neither, which is going to happen because Microsoft is going to do it too. That's why they built that Xbox app. It's going to happen. There's no way around it. I know you hate it, Rio, but like it's writing on the wall. Why would you build PlayStation Studios and literally put first party titles on that shit? That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah,
that means the writing is on the wall. They're going to test it and they're going to see, all right, is it profitable to do this? Which it technically is because you're not building any hardware.
Yeah.
And if money starts pouring in like crazy, like the day they put Ratchet and Clank on PlayStation Studios, which eventually will happen, I'm done. I'm just telling you. let Let Ratchet and Clank come on there. Let Spider-Man Miles Morales come on there. And then guess what? Next console generation, I will not be a part of this discussion.
All right, so we got this on record.
It'll be you two.
We got this on record.
But what about God
I won't
of
be a
War?
part of it. Yeah.
What about
It'll
God
go to
of War
PlayStation
still on the
Studios.
console?
It'll be on PlayStation Studios. I'll wait that shit out. I'm cool.
You wait for God of War.
Hell yeah. If it means I don't have to buy a $600 system, you're out of your goddamn mind.
I couldn't do that. Like
I would rather pay $60 than pay $600 to play one game. I'm not that stupid. Hell no. I've done a lot of dumb shit. That's not gonna be it. I ain't gonna lie, I have done that before. I did buy a console to play one game.
That's what I did with Xbox.
Yeah, when I got my 360, I bought Rainbow Six Vegas because all my friends were playing on it. That was my first time noticing, like, hold on, we could play with like everybody online. I was like, oh, this shit tight. So I bought Vegas, but then I got sucked into the rabbit hole, and that's when I started buying Call of Duty and playing Gears of War and playing everything else. Like I just got sucked into that world. That's why I say
one game.
Yeah, that's all it takes. So that's why I say I'm staring at both consoles right now. When I want to play online, Xbox. When I want to be alone, I want to play, like an adventure game or, not be bothered by anybody, I turn on my PlayStation and I play that. Or if I want to play a fighting game, I play my PlayStation.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If I want to murder people and talk to my friends at the same time, I turn on my Xbox.
Well, soon you won't have that excuse because, like you said,
I'm going to just have a PC.
Sony stole the Xbox controller design.
What excuse?
Or borrowed it.
Yeah, they did definitely borrowed it.
The excuse of if I want to go shoot people, I got to do it on the Xbox.
Well, all my friends are on Xbox. Well, I do have another excuse. All my friends own an Xbox. Oh. Only like 2 of them have both consoles. Because you don't get it. Most of America doesn't have money to spend on. Like, that's a luxury to buy 2 $500 consoles.
Oh, I know.
It's a luxury. So most of them are just like, all right. So when we got the 360, we met a bunch of friends, obviously online. Like my friend Kobe. Shout out to you, Kobe. Shout out to Kobe. So we bought. Well, he already had a 360. Obviously, that's where we met him. And so when it came time to buy the next gen, because I already had my PS3, and I was just like, all right. So where's everybody going when PlayStation 4 and Xbox came up? And everybody just told me, all right, well, we're already playing 360. There's no point in us like having to set up a new gamer tag and everything and all this other bullshit. I'm like, it doesn't matter, but they were just like, screw it, because everything crosses over. So I was like, all right, whatever. And we all just got Xbox Ones. That's what we do. And that's Xbox's community. That's their community strength. That's how they did so well with the 360. It was because all those nerds from back in the day who got the original Xbox were playing online. They built the online community, and then the online community got popular with the regular folk, us regular folk out here, and then it just expanded from there. It's like I still see all my old 360 games on here. Like I can still download them. I guess they're just sitting in the cloud, but I've downloaded like half all my old 360 games. I'm still playing them right now on my Xbox One. I love some of them games so much. I still got Sonic Adventure 2 because I don't got my Dreamcast no more. I bought Sonic Adventure 2 for 360 back in the day, and I was just going through my catalog, and I saw that shit, and I just shed one tear, and I hit the download button. I hit that download button so fast.
So, what are your gripes about the PS4 UI that PS5 should fix?
The whole fucking menu system. What do you mean? I don't understand why it's not just like 1 or 2 buttons and you just push. Yeah, what you're showing me is fucking retarded. You're not showing me anything.
What, going sideways is difficult?
I didn't say it was difficult.
So here's the thing. Like,
hold on. Let me say what my problem is. See, I told you I own both. I play both. See, I told you Sony bias. He don't care. You're just going sideways. You're not just going sideways, because when you download downloadable content, like I just had a problem with Dragon Ball FighterZ, right? I bought all the season passes, right? And when basically when you buy the season passes, all the characters will show up in the store, because some people will buy one character at a time, but when you own all of them, which here's what I don't understand. Explain this to me. If you bought the season pass, why doesn't it download the characters to you? I have to go one by one and hit purchase to purchase something that's free, and then it downloads. I never have to do that on the other console. Once you buy your season pass, it's already just ready to play. It'll just tell you, hey, all right, go ahead, do whatever you want to do. That's annoying. When Ultra Instinct Goku came out, this was a big problem. People were pissed off. When Ultra Instinct Goku came out, he didn't show up in the store for some reason. So there's whatever game you have, there's also a sub menu under, and he was hidden in the sub menu. So you had to go, instead of going to the store like you used to go for all the other characters, you had to just, I guess, be lucky and go down and then hit the same store button, but under the game. And then it will show you Ultra Instinct Goku, and then you can download them. I don't understand. Why is there no consistency? Yeah, why is there no consistency in how you get things out of the store? Like, I shouldn't buy a pass, then have two different ways to get characters, or one way doesn't work, but the other way does work. That doesn't make any sense to me. And
okay, so you would rather
just have it download.
You would rather you download the season pass.
Yeah, and it just does it.
And then it forces you to download every character for that season pass instead of picking and choosing the character.
But why would I buy the season pass if I didn't want them? It's a fighting game. Of course I want all the characters. It's a fighting game. You're supposed to have options.
Does each character take up any amount of space or anything? Is it like
it's like literally, like as soon as you click it, it just turns around and says, okay, we're done.
It just unlocks that character on the game.
Yeah, which is weird because if you don't hit it and you go to the game, it'll show them blurred out. And I'm like, hold on, I just paid y'all $30. Don't tell me I paid you $30, but I can't touch the character because every time you go to it, it won't work. So then you have to go step by step, one by one. I had to YouTube this to get the answer. You have to go one by one and click each one in the store, which is stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
So like for me, I've got Dragon Ball Fighters too, but I don't want Cooler. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
It's a fighting game. But what if somebody wants to come over to your house and play, and they want to play Cooler?
Then they're out of luck.
Yeah.
What?
I don't want Videl.
What kind of competition is that?
You know what I'm saying? I don't want Videl. Like,
hold on.
I've never wanted to play Videl. Like, I've never bought a Dragon Ball game and be like, you know who I want to play as? Videl.
Hold on. You're supposed to be a fighting. Are you a fighting game fan? You're a fighting game fan, right?
Yes.
Why don't you want your competition to fight you at their best when they come to your house? Why are you hating?
Cooler wasn't his best in the anime.
He's gonna get mad if somebody beats him with Videl. That's why.
I know. That's the thing. I know. That's what I'm thinking was going to happen. Because if somebody beats him with Videl, he'll say, "Oh, that character's trash. That character's trash."
Yo. What if Rio lost? What if Rio lost to somebody playing? What if Rio lost to somebody playing Mr. Popo?
Oh,
I could accept that.
Would you download Mr. Popo?
I would download Mr. Popo because that's funny.
Okay.
But Videl's not funny. There's nothing funny about Videl, and there's nothing cool about Videl. I don't want her. Who wants?
Wow. So you don't want women?
No.
You're not inclusive.
You don't want to get defeated by Videl, but you would rather get defeated by Mr. Satan. He's weaker.
That's true.
Hold on. So you chose the man. Hold on. You chose the man over the stronger woman?
Hercule.
Are you not a feminist?
Or Mr. Satan.
Are you not a feminist, sir?
Say, is the equivalent of Dan from Street Fighter.
Sir, do you support women?
Of course I do.
Then download Videl.
Literally and figuratively.
Then download Videl.
I'm not downloading Videl.
Light went out.
I know.
This nigga melted into the background. This nigga disappeared, boy.
There we go.
Yeah.
I showed all of it. There we go. Oh, that's better.
Okay. Hey. But yeah, I don't like that about the UI. And also this was mainly a problem on the PS3. I don't know how bad it is because I just bought discs for the PlayStation 4 for the most part. I only bought two games digitally on my PlayStation 4. When you download the game, then it turns around and installs. Why doesn't it just download and install all at once? That's kind of weird too. I don't understand that. And the thing is, Sony makes software. They are a software company as well as a hardware company. I don't understand why they can't just do it. Like, just make it. I don't know.
I just downloaded Injustice 2 for $5.
Ooh, it's only $5?
Yeah, it's on $5 on PSN.
Shit. Now you talking my speed. When shit is cheap or free. You talking my speed.
Yes.
But yeah,
like, I'm not paying attention to download and install. I don't give a crap about that because
I know you don't care.
Because
I care.
I'm not Ethernet hooked in. Like
I'm not Ethernet hooked in either.
Yeah, I'm Wi-Fi downloading, so I know it's gonna take a little bit longer than it normally would. So I just get up and do some other shit. I'm not like staring at the screen. Like, for example, Call of Duty just had like a 50 gig download.
Nah, that was yours. That wasn't mine. I made sure I hit my joint will download in the background. Like, my console will just turn on, check for updates, and start downloading it for me. So I don't have to worry about
mine does the same thing. But like I said, my power went out yesterday.
Oh, so you got screwed.
I had to turn everything on. But once I plus I've got 2 external hard drives hooked up to my PS4. So I had to switch over to the hard drive that I want everything on. And then it automatically started.
You don't have a terabyte hard drive on there?
No, I've got 2. I've got a 1 terabyte and then a 2 terabyte connected to my
How
PS4
big is your PS4?
Pro. That's a terabyte.
Oh yeah, that's a terabyte. Okay.
I think
how the hell did you run out of room?
Mine is 2 terabytes.
That's because you installed a hard drive.
I don't run out of room. I just like having saving stuff to to external.
You're a weirdo, man. You doing some weirdo shit, man. Just play the goddamn console. You see, that's the difference. I don't care. I just want to play my goddamn game. I don't give a damn.
I think my only gripe is like the messaging system and the invite system. Like, it's too slow.
It is. I will give you that. It is slow on PS4. That is irritating. But I don't know in comparison to 360. So I don't know whether 360s is lightning fast.
It literally is just a button. Like that big old X that you always talk about. You just hit that and it's like 2 clicks. It depends on what you're doing. So if you're in a game and you're trying to invite your friend, if you see them get on, y'all got the notification system too. So as soon as you see the notification hit up, all you got to do is just hit it and then they will pop up. So every time you see an X pops up means just hit the X and it will launch. Okay, all right, you want to either speak to him and it'll give you a list of options. Do you want to invite him to the game? Do you want to just invite him to a party? You got like either, 2 or 3 options? Yeah, invite to game, invite to party and game, or just invite to party or some shit like that. And you just boop and they're in. So like I could be anywhere on the console. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. So like if I wanted to hurry up and jump in, I don't have to, you just hit it. I wish they would do that. Just steal it. It don't matter. These consoles are the same. Just steal from each other. The same way how Android and Apple were stealing from you. Just steal. It's no problem. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just hit the Sony button, like the PlayStation button. If your friend pops up, just hit it and let them join. Just invite to party, invite to party and game, or invite the game. Just give the option.
Well, they don't even have to designate that to the PS button. They could designate it to the touchpad that you hate so much.
That touchpad is trash. Don't talk to me about that bullshit.
Was useless. That was useless.
Thank you, Sam. Shit is bullshit.
Like for some games, like
it's a gimmick.
I know you want the touchpad to be like interactive, like swipe left for like a super move or swipe up or down for something. You're basically playing
a phone game, a cell phone game.
Temple Run.
Yeah, swipe
you're basically
left, swipe
playing
left.
Temple Run.
It was a gimmick. That's all it was. It was just like when the PS3 came out. Remember in Uncharted where they made you balance with the fucking controller like a dumbass? Like I hated that so much. And guess what they did? In Uncharted 2, they got rid of that shit because it was stupid. Who wants to sit there with their controller doing this? I don't want to sit there doing this all day. I just want to move forward, nigga. Like, what are you doing? See, now y'all making me say nigga.
So here's the thing. Like, I know they wanted the controllers to be interactive, but you could have just done that with the joysticks.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem. The reason why that happened, it's Nintendo's fault. Because when Nintendo came out with that Wii and everybody jumped on because it was, number one, it was cheap. and it had Mario. Cheap and Mario put together equals I'm going to buy it. So, and then they added all these little weird joystick controls and all that crap. So, because come on, of course Sony was going to jump up. Remember, Sony and Nintendo have a long history with each other.
Yeah.
Sony and Nintendo were being fuckboys to each other. So, of course, they're going to steal from each other every now and again. They're going to do it.
Yeah, because remember there was a short period where Nintendo was even getting ready to go a little more explicit with their games.
Yeah, the PlayStation was supposed to be a Nintendo property. It was supposed to be the Nintendo PlayStation. And then Sony said, fuck out of here. We're going to just steal that for ourselves. And then they just made the Sony PlayStation.
Yeah, thank God.
They went to court over that. Yeah.
They got rid of the little light on the top of the controller too.
What light? What? There's a light?
Yeah, the PS3, the blue light. People
On
are
the PS3?
I mean PS4 controller. The light.
What are you talking about? This light?
Yeah, they got rid of that.
Oh yeah, on the PlayStation 5, yeah, because that shit is stupid. It was glaring in people's TV.
Yeah, people were saying it was glaring on their TV, and then also that light was also for the VR games. It's to help the PS4 to see the light, to see where you're, the directions of the controller and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But with the PS5, they're gonna be exactly like Nintendo, have like two different controllers to control things,
which is the smart thing to do. That's the way
it's for the VR games.
Is. Yeah, that's where the Vive is. Like,
yeah,
VR has already taken off in a certain direction. They were trying to force a controller down your throat. Like, we don't want to, for VR, you don't want to use that. You want to use something where you could, like, kind of move your hands freely.
Yeah.
That's a weird ass complaint because I've never seen this light in my television. What are these people doing? Sitting right up on their TV?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're poor.
And they're playing in the dark too. So
yeah, and you're playing in the dark, so you're gonna see it. Especially if you're playing a game with any type of darkness in it. When you broke, man, you right up on your TV. I don't know if you ever been broke, but I've been broke. All right. When you're broke, sometimes you get right up on the TV.
Do you know how long I've been? So you know how long I've been playing on a CRT TV? That's a TV with a.
Me too. Yeah, with a big.
I'm playing
tube.
Call of Duty on that.
Me too.
My friend was like, "Yo, how do you kill people with this TV?" So when I upgraded my TV,
I saw everything.
I saw everything. I didn't even know what to do.
Yo,
that shit
I was
playing
too
detailed, man.
What was that? Was that what's the first Modern Warfare? Yo, I was playing the first Modern Warfare on a fucking tube TV.
That's crazy.
I had a HDMI adapter to go into the back of the tube, and I went to channel 3.
Crazy.
And as soon as Black Ops, the first one came out, I bought me a brand new TV, which is the TV that's sitting right here to this day. This TV, I bought this TV for Black Ops.
I think I did the same thing too.
And I was like, what am I missing? I'm like, I could see people down the street. I thought that shit was amazing.
Oh
wow.
This TV old as dirt, boy. This TV old.
Apparently, I was fortunate because I was playing the first Modern Warfare on probably the best TV I've ever owned, which was a plasma television.
Oh, look at you showing off.
If you've never played video games on a plasma television, it's like never seeing color.
Rich ass.
It's like going from black and white television to like 4K. It is amazing playing video games on a plasma television. The colors are so vibrant, the detail, the pixels. It's
so you're that new Chinese money. You that new Chinese money that's coming over. You had the plasma. You ship your plasma over on a plane, on its own separate plane. Okay, all right. You new money. Okay, I see.
So, what are your final thoughts on the PS5? What is your expectations?
I have none. I'm just gonna buy it. I don't have an expectation.
I expected the diarrhea shit on the Xbox Series X. That's what I expected to do.
You don't understand. These consoles are not gonna diarrhea shit on anything.
Yeah, I know. But
they're the same
I'm
thing.
Diarrhea shitting.
The console wars are over, brother. You're like an old vet. You're like an old vet in the war, who can't let go. He's like, don't. I ain't gonna say the word. Never mind.
It looks like
I'm racist.
It looks like we're gonna be like a couple more years till we're at the point of like Ready Player One, where we just have one console.
You just find a way
to download the games. It's gonna be a game war instead of a console war.
And that would be more interesting, to be honest with you. I would rather have developers fight for my dollars because I feel like these, I would, like I said, in some instances, Rio, I wish the console wars would like spark back up, but the way it's looking, it's like
Nintendo will still be around.
Yeah, well, they got old money. They can't. I don't know how they're going to. It's like Apple. They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They will never die.
And basically, Pokemon and Mario will save them.
Yeah, we'll save them. Pokemon and Mario will always save years.
Them. Pokemon, Mario, and Sonic.
And Zelda.
Oh yeah, Zelda will carry them on.
Yeah, like, they have. I did not
know that
they're.
I didn't know that there were like. Well, of course, there's Mario diehard fans. There's Donkey Kong diehard fans. I did not know that the Zelda diehards were that hardcore.
Like,
don't talk bad on Zelda.
The only bad Zelda game that they've made in the past 30 years was probably, and it wasn't even bad. It was just not as good as some of the other ones. I think it's like Majora's Mask. And that's because they rushed it.
Was Majora's Mask bad? I don't know. People keep cosplaying as Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask was kind of rushed out right after the Ocarina of Time because they both came out on the 64.
I know I had Oracle of Seasons on my Game Boy Color. I had Wind Waker on my GameCube. I buy a lot of cubed consoles. GameCube. I had the original Xbox 3. Well, no, 360 was totally different. That did not look like a box. And Jesus Christ. Don't send messages. and an Xbox. I don't even know where my phone is. Don't send messages to me. Now you got me looking around. Like,
all right, we're gonna wrap it up.
What? Nobody don't. You didn't even say nothing. You didn't say what your expectation is for the console.
I don't give a fuck, man. I'm gonna buy the console. I'm only here for Spider-Man. That's all I'm here for.
Yeah.
Oh,
everybody on Earth already knows what I'm buying.
The PlayStation,
of course,
dude. Like my expectations.
Has Xbox? All right, and for the wrap.
Oh God.
Has Xbox present? What was their presentation?
They had two presentations.
Huh?
They had two presentations last year.
What did they reveal? Did they reveal
the
a
console
new Forza
and games? Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
There's a new Forza.
You're not. Hold on, Rio. Remember, you are a PlayStation fanboy. You're not gonna watch it. You're asking about things that you're not gonna look at.
You're right.
I know. He's asking about stuff you won't watch. I'm like, what? I'm like, why are you asking this? Like, you don't care.
Well, I care about Forza. That was the only reason I owned the Xbox in the past.
So why do you care now?
I don't know. I was just
You've abandoned Xbox, man. So
yeah, I don't care. I buy both. Like, I'm gonna buy both. I don't care. Like, I'm just gonna play them.
You got Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. You got 3 options.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got 3 options now. Yeah, you just buy a PC. But I'm just gonna buy the Xbox and buy the PlayStation digital. I'm buying the digital because I already know it's gonna be cheaper. It's gonna be like $100 cheaper. Hopefully.
Well, I mean, we'll see when this modem comes out. And
don't do that. You're gonna make Rio mad. Don't say that.
Yo, you got 2 different versions of a modem. You got one with an install slot for.
That's kind of awkward to see it with that little slot there at the bottom. I like the one without. I like the one without the slot because it like slims down. It's like
slims.
It goes like this and it slims down. I don't like that. Like it got a little lopsided ass.
I like that hump. I like that bump.
All right. I'm about to use that as a clip.
Use it.
All right, that's the name of the new. That's going to be the name of the episode. I like this hump. PlayStation 5 is real. All right, you named 2 episodes, real. All right, okay. Bye, everybody. From Everybody Gets One. Make sure you follow Everybody Gets One at Everybody Gets 01 on all platforms, and follow Metro Tom on Instagram and Twitter. Go ahead, Rio.
You can follow Griffin_Studios on Instagram and Rio_Griffin on Twitter.
And on his new favorite platform, TikTok.
OnlyFans. Oh,
I know. Somebody deleted my TikTok.
The Chinese government deleted your TikTok.
Yeah, I know, right?
But continue. Continue on. Continue on.
You can follow me on SF Design 21 on all platforms.
SF Design. All right, we're out of here. Peace.
Bye, bitches.
Wow. Turn that off. Turn it off.
Turn that shit off.
Nigga.